Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a video talking all about Physicians Formula. I've been trying a few new products here and there. I accumulated almost a full face and most of these products are fairly new. So I'm going to be telling you whether or not I would recommend. If you like this type of videos, please consider subscribing and give me a thumbs up at the end of the video if you like it. I'm going to start with, this is the Physicians Formula Peppermint Refreshing. This is an eye cooling. So what you normally do with something like this, you put it under your eyes. It's very refreshing. It has really good ingredients. I like to use this kind of products in the morning when I first wake up because since they are cooling, they help to depuff the under eye area and they just give you this little like oomph so that you could wake up. So I really like products like this. The next product is this foundation. This is the Physicians Formula Organic Wear Silk Foundation Elixir with jojoba oil. This foundation is supposed to help with discolorations, any texture, anything that you might have in your skin that you want to cover. In the website it says that it comes in 12 shades. It ranges from $11.99 to $16.99 depending on where you get it from, and it does claim to have a medium coverage. To be honest, in my opinion, I don't think it's a medium coverage. It's more of a light coverage. It has really good ingredients. It has jojoba oil, coconut oil, aloe vera. But honestly, I don't think this type of foundation is meant for people with combination to oily skin. I have combination skin, and although I really like the finish, I really like the way it looks when you first apply it, it's really hard to keep it looking that way throughout the day. I have a very oily T-zone, so I noticed that after a few hours I started looking like a freaking grease ball, and I really don't like that. Another thing that I've noticed is that since this is an oil-based foundation, it never fully sets. So I always feel like if I put my hair like in my face, like it gets stuck in my face like crazy. So I also don't like that. Another reason why I don't like it is that it's extremely difficult to apply products on top of it. So if you apply the foundation and let's say you just set a few places in your face, you know, with a little powder and then maybe contour or anything else on top of it, since it is an oil base, as the moment that you try to blend products, it makes it extremely difficult. Let's say if I wanted to blend anything on top and I use a sponge, it's also really difficult because the sponge would automatically pick everything up. So for me personally, this is not something I would recommend, only because like I said, I do have combination skin and I don't think this type of product works for me. Now, if you have very dry skin and you and most of the products don't really moisturize your face, something like this is great because, you know, it helps you hydrate. Since it's an oil, it's gonna last a lot longer in your face. At the end of the night when I take it off, I do notice that my skin feels a little soft, so I'm guessing that if you have very dry skin, you would definitely benefit from something like this. But me personally, I don't like it. I try to make it work out, and that's another thing. I try to make it work with so many primers.
I tried it with my melt makeup primer, I tried it with my NYX primers, I tried it with my contour primer.
I tried it with all my primers, and honestly, this is one of those foundations that you don't want to apply anything underneath. You would want to put your moisturizer, let it sit for a little bit, and then go on with the foundation. Although it's a really good foundation as far as ingredients goes, I really want it to work, and I try to make it work for a very long time. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably have seen a ton of videos and photos of me wearing it, but honestly for me it just didn't work. The next product is the Physicians Formula Natural Defense Setting Finishing Powder Sunscreen SPF 20. This powder is just like it says, it's a finishing powder. So after you do your foundation, concealer, whatever it is, you apply a little bit of this powder. This powder is very smoothing. Like, it looks really nice on the skin. It looks nice in photographs. The only issue that I have with it is the shade. It only comes in 4 shades, and I have the shade light, and I do find it that it's almost like a white powder, and you are able to see. So what I normally do is I'll grab a little bit of this powder and just apply it on this parts of my face just to make it a little bit brighter. But other than that, I mean, I don't think it's a powder that changes my life. I know a lot of people have compared this to the Charlotte Tilbury powder, like the magic powder. I have that powder and this powder, and I don't think they compare to be called the dupe. But overall, if you're just looking for just a regular powder to put on top or just in your oily parts of your face, this is actually pretty good, and it has SPF. For contouring, I've been using the Physicians Formula Organic Wear Sculpt Bronzer with jojoba oil. This is also part of the organic wear, and I have mine in the color Toffee, and this is what it looks like. So it's just a contour stick, but I actually really like this. It's extremely creamy, and as you can see, it's quite pigmented, but as soon as you start blending it, it like melts into the skin. I have the same issue with this as with the foundation. Since these are oil based, sometimes it's really hard to apply it on top of other products because the oil will break. You know, if you have a water-based foundation and you try to put this, it would just not look pretty. So that's the only issue that I have. When I use it along with this one, it works fine because obviously they're both oil-based. But when I apply it with other things, it's a little more complicated. Overall, it has a really nice color. For me, the way that I like to use this product personally is whenever I'm just using like a BB cream or just, you know, a tinted moisturizer, and that's when I really enjoy the way it looks. If you're trying to do a full face makeup and, you know, do some contour, some sculpt, I don't think this product will work with a lot of your foundations. For blush, I have one of these. This is the Physicians Formula, another organic wear dewy blush Elixir. This one has superfruits and it's just a cream blush. This is actually pretty nice. I think there's like around 5 or 6 shades, and it retails for somewhere in between $10.99 and $13.99, and you do get a lot of product. This is basically a cream brush, so you apply a little bit and you blend it, and it's a beautiful color. So as soon as you start blending it, it's really nice. It's actually sheer. It looks like it might be like really pigmented, but it's not. It's actually quite sheer. So as you can see, it gives you a beautiful dewy finish to your cheeks. But since again it has a jojoba oil, sometimes it's a little complicated to work with. It's so sticky, and the thing is that little like oily stickiness, it doesn't go away. So if you're okay with that kind of finish, then something like that is really good. And another thing is that not only they have jojoba oil, but they also have coconut oil. So if you have very sensitive skin or acne prone skin, I would recommend to stay away from it because it could cause breakouts. I have this Nude Sticks Gel Color and Lip Cheekbone. So this is kind of like a blush in a stick form. And if you're familiar with the Nude Sticks blushes in this type of format, then it's almost the same thing. I wouldn't say they're completely dupes because the NYX Sticks is still a little more sticky than the Physicians Formula, but they're pretty close. So if you're familiar with this one, it's kind of the same thing. For the face, I have 2 palettes. Just for bronzing in general, the Butter Bronzer, I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody's sick to hear about it, but it is a really good bronzer. Me personally, I'm not a fan of the scent of it, but I know a lot of people love it. I don't mind it, but you know, if I could choose, I would not have it. But for bronzer, I use this Physicians Formula, and this is a collaboration with another YouTuber. I honestly don't know who she is. I saw the palette and I ran for it because this is what it is. So you get 2 highlighters, 2 blushes, and 2 bronzers. And honestly, I love when Physicians Formula comes up with palettes like that because I feel like you get a lot of bang for your buck. So you're getting pretty much 6 products, and I think this palette retails for $14 to $16.99. Last time I checked, it's still available. You can get it either at Target or at the Physicians Formula website. It's the same formula than the Butter Bronzers, obviously. The blushes are really pigmented, they're very smooth, they blend like a dream. And then the highlighters, they're so nice. Like, that's what I'm wearing today, by the way. I'm using a combination of the 2 bronzers. I'm also using the 2 highlighters in my cheeks. This is one of those things that you can't go wrong with something like that. Also, if you're barely starting on makeup or you're barely building your collection, I recommend something like this because you get to try a lot from the brand in just one product. What I use for blush, I didn't use that palette, but I actually used this one, and this is the Physicians Formula Rose All Day. This is a collab with Elixir Glam, and I know her from Instagram. So this is a palette. It comes with a highlighter, a blush, a few shadows. It comes with a lip crayon and a perfume. This is actually really good. First of all, let's talk about the shades. I love this blush. It's like one of my favorites. Another thing, the palette smells like roses, so if you like that smell, you would love this. The eyeshadows on this palette are really good. The only eyeshadow that I'm not a big fan of is this one, and that's only because it looks like a beautiful blue, but when you go to apply it's very sheer. It looks more like a topper rather than an actual shadow for me, in my opinion. So that's the only thing, but other than that, all the other shades are very, very pretty. Like I said, the blush is really nice. That's what I'm wearing today. And the highlighter, same thing. Super buttery, super pigmented. Overall, a really nice palette. So this is one of my favorites. Now for eyes itself, for eyeshadows, I have two palettes. I have the Physicians Formula Rosé All Play Eyeshadow Bouquet. Yeah, eyeshadow bouquet. And this is what it looks like. So when I first got this palette, I was so excited because I looked at the color. Like, if you look at the tones, this is beautiful. Like, you could create so many things. You could create day looks, night looks. It's just so pretty overall. The problem that I have with this is the same as with the other one, the shimmers. I noticed that the shimmers are like, they look so pretty on the pan, but when you try to apply it, it's like they disappear. Like, you can't, like, I don't know, like, and I want to like it. I want to like it so bad, but you just can't see it. This palette I think retails for like around $17 or $18.99, and honestly, in my opinion, I don't think it's worth it. The matte shades are really nice. I believe they're the same quality all in all. Like, this palette and this palette, I think the mattes are exactly the same. Like I said, the problem that I have is with the glitters and the shimmers. They're so chalky. I want to like it, and I really want to like it because the colors are so pretty, but it's just, I don't know, it doesn't deliver. And for the price, I have many other palettes that have better quality as far as shimmer goes. Anything from like Makeup Revolution, or even those e.l.f. little trios or quads for like $3 are way, way better than this one. So for me personally, this is something that I'm just gonna have to declutter. I'll probably give it to my sisters. The next palette that I have here is the Physicians Formula The Vault. And when I first got this, I was so excited because a lot of people had said this was a dupe, the Urban Decay Naked Honey. And I was really, really excited. I purchased it and I was so happy because the colors look so gorgeous. But it doesn't come with any matte shades. They're all shimmers, and the problem with this is like you're just applying glitter to your face. It has a lot of fallout. The glitter doesn't stick no matter how you try to apply it. I try to apply it with my fingers, I try to apply it with a brush, I try to apply it wet, I apply it dry, I apply it with many different primers, and it was always like a whole bunch of fallout would end up under my eye. And honestly, I mean, if you like this kind of colors, you are just looking for something that like for toppers, this is okay. But other than that, for me, and for what is worth, I think it retails for like same $14 to $19.99. I forgot what the price is. I wouldn't recommend it. I really wanted to like it, and I wanted to like, it's just, you look at it and it's just so pretty. Like, those are the tones that I like. I enjoy golds, browns, like that's the type of color, that's the type of vibe that I go for. But for the price and for the quality and the amount of fallout that it has, like for me personally, this is not something that I would recommend. And also the mascara, it's a gold mascara. Like, what? It's like literally a gold mascara. So if you were looking for a gold mascara, that palette has it. Yeah, this is another one. I'll probably pass it on to my sisters and, like, you know, they could just apply a little glitter to their eyelids. But yeah, these two palettes for me, they're not good at all. And then the last thing I have from Physicians Formula are some lip products. These are the Rose Kiss All Day, and they have two different formulas. They have the velvet lip color, and then they have the glossy lip color. So these are just lip crayons, and these are so pretty. Like, if you're just trying to apply a little bit of like sheen to your lips, this is really good. They're really moisturizing. They smell like flowers. And then the matte ones are very pigmented. They last a very long time on the lips. My favorite color is the one that comes in the Rose All Day palette. Like, this one right here. Let's see. This one is in the shade Kiss Me, and this one also is a matte shade. That's what I'm wearing today. That one is like a little more. And I love this kind of lip products because they're so easy. You just apply a little bit, you can go on. These are matte colors, but honestly they feel very nourishing in the lips. I don't find that they make my lips ultra crusty or like they look ugly at the end of the day. No, that's not the case. I really enjoy it. So the last product is the Physicians Formula Maru Maru Butter. They're just kind of like lip balms. They come in many different colors. I only have the shade Soaking Up the Sun, Acai Berry, and Moving to Brazil. And these are really good. If you like the smell of the butter bronzers, they kind of smell like that. And then they're actually quite pigmented. So I'll show you right here. They're very pigmented and they make your lips look glossy. They last a very long time on the lips, and like I said, they have very good ingredients, and so you can see they're quite pigmented to be lip balms. When I first got them, I thought they were going to be more sheer, but no, they pick a punch. And this is this one right here. So these are really good. These I do recommend if you're looking for something that's very nourishing to the lips and something that like will last a long time and have a little bit of a color. These are really good. I keep them always in my vanity. But yeah, guys, this is all the products. This is what worked, what didn't work. Overall, it's a really good brand. Has a lot of good products. And like with every single brand, not everything is gonna work for you. Maybe what works for me doesn't work for you, or vice versa. So thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to give it a like, subscribe, share with your friends. Maybe, you know, anybody's interested about picking up some Physicians Formula products. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.